The following show and its content are the responsibility of the show's producers and participants.
Information related in this program is not meant to substitute medical recommendations. Before starting a treatment program, you should consult your physician.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff.
That's right. Welcome to the Couch Live here. I'm the street certified dope Dr. Louis Delgado here with you, and along with my partner, Trinity Phillips, the Dharma Guy here at WPSN99.com, the Problem Solving Network. Hello, Dharma Guy. How are you?
What's up?
I did it all in different order today. I kind of switched it up on you. You didn't know when to come on, did you?
No, that was my. I was trying to do the exact opposite because we were playing we were rocking out to some AC/DC.
Oh, you were trying to just be
so
chill.
What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
It was way different than what we were just doing like 5 minutes ago.
Man, let me tell you something. If you haven't been, if you don't do the behind the scenes of the Couch Live, if you don't watch it on Up Live, the behind the scenes, you just miss out the whole like dance party or music party we put on.
And half naked men coming on our
Yeah, that's a whole different ballgame. We've had people dancing, we've had half naked men, we've had all kinds of things, and then all of a sudden it switches direction to this, the Couch Live.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Couch Live, everybody. Again, I said I am the street certified dope doctor, certified addictions professional here. Been doing drug and alcohol treatment for over 28 years now. We're at like about 28 years right now. This show's been on since 1999. Dharma Guy's been with me at least 6 years. We know we can count at least 6 years.
Yeah, at least.
Here on the Couch Live. And we talk about drug and alcohol problems. So here we are today with you, helping you. And today, it's going to be now before I start, with the Grasshopper's coming. So our intern, the Grasshopper, the Grasshopper will be here. Our intern, the Grasshopper.
He will grace us with his presence this afternoon.
He will be here, Trinity.
It's always a better day when he's here.
Don't you just love when he shows up?
He's got a good vibe, man.
He's got a great vibe, great energy. He's a young man. He's going to be right there in that seat right next to Trinity. That's his seat. Every time he comes. There you go. That's him. That's Robbie.
Isn't that where
you can't see him right now.
Constance B sits?
Right? That is where Constance sits. That's right. Constance B in the Lemon Squeeze show. That's where she sits. And you're sitting in JoJo's seat.
Well, JoJo
or is she sitting in your seat? Oh,
Come
on. All right. So
you can't take that from me, man.
I won't take it from you, brother.
Yes.
I won't take it from you. Anyway, so here we are. And today's show, it's all about the money. That's what we're talking about today. It's all about the money, Trinity.
Yes.
Right? Because
isn't it usually about the money?
Well, here's
somehow, some way.
Here's a problem. All too often, when we are speaking with somebody like you, if you're out there drinking, getting high, whatever, and you're using, all too often when we talk about getting clean or sober or the deal of drugs and alcohol, whatever it is,
right?
Whether it be the legalities, whether it be what's right or wrong, or whether someone needs help. It seems to be all roads lead back in that conversation back to money. Like, oh, well, the reason I got arrested was because of the money. The reason these laws are the way they are, it's because of the money. Or the reason I can't do this drug or that drug, it's because of the money. Right. Or the reason I can't get help or get into treatment, it's because of the money. Right. Or the reason my insurance company won't cover what I do, it's because it's the money. And on and on and on. Which all of those things have some credibility.
They do.
So to say that in all those instances money doesn't play a factor would be a lie.
But it seems like they get it twisted, though.
But here's the difference. In all of those scenarios, there are a percentage of people that are not involved in that particular business because of the money. There are people, I mean, you may think everyone in law enforcement are there because of the money, because of that such a great pay plan.
But they don't pay that well.
Because they are so rich. Because the law enforcement people are so rich and they make so much money.
Yeah, they're driving around Lambos.
Because the law enforcement people are driving around in Mercedes Benzes.
If you see a cop, unless he's like a top ranking like chief or something, and even then it's sketchy. But if you see like a regular patrolman driving around in a Lamborghini, he's either got a trust fund, a rich girlfriend, or he's doing something really illegal.
Really wrong.
I've got plenty of cop friends. And don't get me wrong, they live a decent life, but they're not rich.
Only on Miami Vice did you see that.
Yeah.
But you may think law enforcement's all about the money. You may think the judge, it's all about the money. You may think all that. But here's the deal. There's people that are in law enforcement because they give a damn. Yeah. There's people in the political system that actually give a damn. Not all of them are about the money. Some of them are there because they actually give a damn. And, there are treatment center people in really fancy vehicles. But there's some of us in the treatment industry that aren't, and it's not about the money. There's people that actually give a damn. There's a lot of us in recovery that are in the system.
I know somebody, I could try to see if we can get him on the phone, actually, that is a police officer that works for OPD.
Right.
That is not about the money.
Yeah, we might do that. We might add him to the list of people. Look at that. Robbie just showed up right there. Perfect timing.
What's up,
Grasshopper?
Robbie?
Good to be here. The Grasshopper shows up. It's beautiful. And he's got the right shirt on and everything. So that's why we're talking about this, because I hear about it's all about the money, the system. No, the system's not making, it doesn't make enough money. Here's where it's all about money, because there's people in those systems that actually give a damn. In the political system, the government system, the treatment system, yes, it does have money attached to it. Even the insurance company, even within the insurance company, there are people that do give a damn. So even though it does appear that it's all about the money, there is a percentage of those in that system that it's not about the money. They're not the ones making that premium money that you're paying.
Right.
But here's where 100% of everyone involved is about the money. Here is an industry where 100% of everyone involved, it's about the money. The drug dealers.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they're in it for the love.
Robbie's mic's not on. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead. I mean, not Mike. Go ahead.
Hello.
Oh, wrong one. Go ahead.
Hello.
There you go.
There you are.
Be heard.
In that industry of drug dealing, the alcohol industry, the cigarette industry, the gambling industry, any addiction industry, sex industry, whatever you're talking about, any industry that's involved with addiction, it's 100% about the money. They don't give a damn about you.
No.
I wish I could say it the other way, like the song does.
Yes.
They don't give a damn about you.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit. Your drug dealer doesn't give a damn about you. You think it's your friend?
No matter how nice he is to you.
No. You think he's your friend because you're paying the dude, man.
Yeah, you pay me, I'll be your friend too.
That stripper's not your friend. That's selling you. She wants your dollars, man. You're not that good looking, bro.
Oh, wait a minute. So you mean the big beer company doesn't care about us? Right? Like I thought I had my own special parking spot.
These aren't your friends, man. That craps dealer's not your friend, man. None of these people in these industries give a damn about you when you stop paying.
Right.
That's when it's all about the money.
But let me ask you a question then. Now that we're going to go ahead and just slide right into this.
All right. I'm probably yelling too, right? I'm yelling.
You're passionate. That's
all right.
all. You're passionate.
All right. Let me back that down a little bit.
So here's my question, I guess, that I have that I'm curious about now that we're talking about the subject, right?
Okay.
Because as you pointed out in the beginning, that oftentimes, well, I'm talking to you. So
No. I'm just pointing out to Robbie. He didn't know that other
okay.
camera is the one today, the top one. Okay, go ahead.
Anyways, so as you pointed out, sometimes people use that as a barrier to entry by saying, I don't even want to go to XYZ treatment company because all they care about is money anyway.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
And the point we're trying to make now is, okay, but all about the money didn't bother you going to your drug dealer. Why would it bother you about getting clean?
Correct.
But my other question, though, is does it matter?
Right.
Like, I don't care. Like, if I get help and I'm clean,
Right.
like, if I were to talk to somebody who's got 20 years sober and they've got this life and, here we go. There was somebody who we both know that we both helped back at Tropical,
Right.
and she's in Miami doing great right now.
Okay.
Got her whole life back, got her kids back, just doing great.
Right.
Do you think she would care right now if she found out that we just all we care about is the money? Would it change the fact that she's sober and clean, has her life back?
No.
Who cares?
No.
Now, granted, we're not about the money, but even if they were, why is that such a barrier?
Yeah.
Like, why? Because like you said, it doesn't affect us in any other industry. When I go buy my car, I have a Toyota Tundra.
Right.
Do I think that Toyota likes me? No.
Yeah, like they give a damn about
Dude,
you.
they don't care. I'm not on their radar.
Toyota cares. Isn't that one of the slogans?
Yeah.
Don't get us in trouble with Toyota, man. Don't we? When we sponsor a NASCAR
We
truck
do.
that's a Toyota truck.
But let's not get it twisted. They
All
care
right,
about our
just wanna
money.
make sure.
If I wasn't buying their truck, they wouldn't care.
No.
That's all they want. The clothes that we have on, or maybe not you guys, because you're the now-managed moron, but
Yeah, they care.
they do.
Yeah.
But my point being is
You're the odd one out.
Every other industry, that's all they care about is the money. They're in business to make money. They're not in business to make friends.
Because it's okay in every other business to make money. These same people that complain that it's all about the money go to work. They don't work for free.
Exactly.
They
That's my
want
point.
us to work for free.
Yeah.
They want everybody else to work for free.
That's ridiculous. And the other thing too is and I've said this on a previous show, but if people really knew how much free treatment is given out,
Oh, my God.
their heads would spin.
Oh,
when
my
you find out how much it costs, right? Like you're looking at like the average treatment facility that I found out now, it's right around $30,000, give or take.
Brother.
Right? You have some cheap ones at 5 or 6. You have some really expensive ones at like 100 and something.
Right.
You're talking about
But-
per month? Or
Yeah,
just-
per month.
Right.
Like $30,000 in a month. That's what some people make in a year for some people. And
Right.
1 month's treatment.
Right.
And we know just through the foundation alone, we have tons of people giving us beds. They're giving away $30,000 in a month.
Right.
Like that's what people don't realize.
Brother.
They give away a lot.
Brother, the last treatment center I owned, if on day one of the month, I already knew I have to bring in 6 figures. On day one.
Wow.
And you guys know, as much as I love people and love to help people, I still knew
Cost money.
Yeah.
September 1,
Yeah, there's a bottom line for
there's
any business.
100,000 has to come in minimum, and that's just so that everyone else can eat.
Yeah.
That's nobody at the top eating. That's 0 at the top eating. I had to bring in 120 a month just to get the top fed.
Well,
You know what I mean? I mean, so imagine, and that was a small treatment center.
Right.
That was a what? We had 30 active beds. So can you imagine?
Yeah.
Scale that up a little bit. Scale that
Yeah,
up.
go to 60 beds.
Yeah.
Minimum 200,000.
Exactly. Everybody's thinking
Yeah.
all these big numbers.
Well, and the other thing though that I think that we've touched on before, just you and I talking, personally, not everybody's created equal, right? You got some that are better than others, as far as what they're able to.
Thank you. I appreciate that, by the way.
What's that?
That I'm better than others. I appreciate that.
Sure. But like we have friends, right? We have friends that are in the treatment world and even in the mental health world.
Right.
And I've spoken to people who I wouldn't pay to send my dog to.
Right.
But I've got other people that I would send my entire family to. And the difference though is the ones I would send my whole family to, they're good. They know they're good, and they don't work for free. You know what I mean? Like their services are important. Their time is important.
Right.
So if you want to go to a treatment facility, and because people, what it is they complain about the money. They're like, oh, that's so much money, whatever.
Right.
Well, they got to pay all the like the errands of the world. They got to pay the good people. They got to
Yeah.
pay the people who know what they're doing.
Yeah, you want
That
the best
costs money.
therapist you can.
Exactly. And the best therapists cost money.
The best therapist
They
costs
want
money.
amenities. They want to be able to have like their own room. They want to have like
Right.
cable TV or what. They want good food.
They don't want bed bugs.
That all costs money.
yeah.
That's not free.
They want nice beds, comfortable
Yeah,
beds,
and that costs
comfortable
money.
pillows,
Yeah,
nice sheets, nice towels.
yeah. They
You
all
want to be
want
treated.
money.
You want to be treated with dignity. You want to be treated nicely when you go in. I'm not talking spa. Ours wasn't a spa, but it had nice enough amenities so that when you go there, you can exercise, you can swim, you can have safe spaces. You can have more space.
Yeah.
You had to pay
Yeah.
for that space.
Yeah.
Every little bit of ground, every little room. You wanted air conditioning. Oh my
Well-
God, you wanted air conditioning?
Yeah, well, it's the same as like a hotel, right?
You wanted catered food.
If I told you, hey, I have 2 hotel deals, right?
Right.
You can, unless of course you're up in Bristol, and that's a whole nother story. But I have 2 hotel deals, right? This one you're gonna pay $300 a night, and this one you're gonna
Right.
pay $30 an hour.
Right.
Which one do you think you're gonna get the better deal here? Like, which room would you rather stay in? If I told you and your family are gonna go on vacation, you want to stay in a hotel room that's gonna pay $30 by the hour, or a couple bucks by the hour, so $30 for the night, or you want to pay $300 a night? Well, I don't want to pay $300 for the night, but I'm not staying in that hotel. Like, I'm good. You get what you pay for.
You just described the only hotel I've ever walked out of.
Exactly. No, the ones that rent by the hour, there's no place
My
you want
mom
to be.
my mom and I and another associate were in Mexico on business.
Oh, gosh.
Walked into a hotel in a city we've never been in.
This isn't in Mexico, is it?
It was in Mexico.
There's no donkey involved, is it?
No,
Okay.
stop it. It was in Mexico. The person said hour when they were charging us, and they said hour. No, I'm with these 2 ladies. Now, mind you, one is my mother.
Oh, wow.
The person's behind bulletproof glass and says yes by the hour.
It's one of
I
those.
said I want it for
places.
the night. They go, well, then it's blankety blank. I said, that's insane.
Yeah.
Now, I just thought it was cool that actually when you park there, everybody had their own garage. Every room had its own garage.
Wow, that's
What a setup.
secrecy.
Such a secret place. I thought it was awesome.
That's funny.
There's some
Got up to
sketchy stuff going down there.
Dude, got up to the room. It had nothing. It was exactly what you think it is.
Yeah,
It had
to pay extra for the sheets.
Dude, no, it had that, but it had they had holes in it, and it was
Did it have to
nasty.
pay toilet paper?
Never even made it
25
into the bathroom. But what I'm going to tell you is it had the most basic amenities. Didn't even have a television or anything. There was no amenities other than a bed with some torn sheets and a bathroom. And I was like, uh-oh. Now I know why he said hour. Back up, went down, left.
That's ridiculous.
Anyway, I'm sorry, but I saw a squirrel when you said hour.
Well, I mean, but that's my point was, though, is people talk about the money. Like, that all costs money.
Everything.
You know, and like, if you were trying to send your loved one to a treatment facility, you're going to want the best from them.
Yeah.
Like, if I could tell you, like, look, okay, I'll send you to this treatment facility for $3,000 for the month.
Right.
But, you know, the therapists are sketchy. Some of them show up to work on time. Some of them don't. Some of them don't really care about it. We may or may not have some Burger King or something there for them to eat. I don't know. Like, are you going to want to send your family there?
Right.
No.
Right.
You want to send them to the best.
Yeah.
Because in theory, you only want to do it one time.
Or you got one counselor for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that costs money.
Something else that's important, though, when you're thinking about this and keeping the prices in mind is the cost of active addiction and how much you're actually spending when you're in the active cycle.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's all about the money.
Yeah.
Because everything about your life is money.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You can't call your mortgage company, you know, and say, "Hey, I got to make a deal with you this month. My cocaine habit went way through the roof. I accidentally spent more on cocaine than I normally do.
Sorry.
So I need a deferment.
Yeah, right.
I need to defer my payment.
Good luck.
Doesn't work like that.
You know, remember, make sure to stay up on it.
Yep.
Or just pull it closer to you, bro.
Yeah, you don't have to sit all like
Yeah, you know,
proper,
he's
man.
sitting way back up
You
there.
gotta, like he's
Yeah,
like
I'm
he's
trying
being
to-
interviewed or something.
I know,
I'm trying
right?
to get like a comfortable mic position.
You know what
Yeah,
it is?
yeah.
Is
You got to
that-
figure out your position.
That's his PA to him. They're very proper.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's
Oh,
what
that's
it is.
right.
You're a doctor now, so he's like, look,
The-
I don't have time for you
the-
guys.
the-
I'm gonna have to sit
when-
proper.
When we say it's all about the money, you're right, Robbie, because in other parts of your life, you're so used to being nickeled and dimed, and you have all these responsibilities that by the time you're broken and battered and beaten and you're feeling like crap and you feel like, oh, my God, man, I've been scraping robbing Peter to pay Paul for so long because of this this addiction, that when you want help, all of a sudden you need that lifeline.
Yeah.
And what you would hope to be a lifeline, you would just hope that it would just be there. But unfortunately, you know, for it to be there and to be there correctly, there's so much that needs to happen. There's because the people that really care about you and want to help you, as they get better at doing what they do, you know, they no longer have to work for peanuts. They can work at a nicer facility. They can work at a better place.
Yeah.
I mean, they have families too.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah, they love you. They care about you. They want to help you. But at the same time, they have, you know, their car needs tires. They need an oil change. They would like to take a vacation. They don't want to do a forced staycation.
Yeah.
There's too many people that are forced to do a staycation. In other words,
Right.
they stay in their town. They don't go anywhere.
Right.
They want to go somewhere. Uh-oh, Trinity's got that face, man. That worries me.
Yeah, that's the face that we're not on.
That's the face that we're not on.
Yes.
And why is that?
I don't know. Anyways, go ahead. Carry on. Like, we'll fix it later.
No, I'm going to hit it. I'm going to hit the button again.
Okay.
Let's get on there.
It was on. What about now?
I will tell you. No. I'll stop it. Go ahead.
Why does it keep doing that?
I don't know.
The auto DJ on.
Yeah, it was on. Like, it kicked back on because it was playing nothing.
Well, that really makes me upset.
It does.
I keep hitting the button now.
It says it's unknown now, so we're good. We should be good. I'll know in 20 seconds. But anyways, go ahead.
You interrupt the broadcast for that.
I didn't interrupt anything. I
saw your face. I saw your face, and that face is not a good face. You've seen me do that face.
I have. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, man, whatever.
It's all about the money.
To be honest with you, I'd rather you do the face than I do the face, because when I do the face, that means we're not even recording.
Yeah, when you do the face, there's something really
That's
wrong.
bad.
Yes.
I remember one show we did, and we had like an amazing show, and then after 55 minutes, Louis is like, "Oh, wait a second, we're not video. We're not
didn't
video
record
recording.
any of that.
We weren't on the air. Shoot.
Yeah. Well,
That was horrible.
it says we're offline at the moment, by the way.
Still?
Yeah.
That's really pissing me off, man. Whatever. We'll just do it. Just do the damn
three
deal.
guys having a talk.
Three guys having
just
a
hanging
talk.
out.
Well, we're at least
aren't up
recording
live.
it. We're at least recording it. It's not up live.
There you go.
Now you're just pissing me off. Something wrong. This internet they better fix this day. This is when you argue. It's all about the money. Hey, how about internet people?
Get on the ball,
How many times
man.
have we had problems with the stupid internet companies
More than 5. Less than
where you're paying for this much output
It's not even close.
and you don't even get close to that kind of output?
Not even close.
What? Because we're at the beach.
Right near the beach,
You
man.
can't dig a line, dig a T1 or whatever the hell one or whatever kind of line you need to this
Right.
beach, man, and give us some damn power and some internet.
I think it was the internet because I actually switched off my phone.
Oh,
Like my
geez.
phone was at 0, so I switched to just my data, and it's
Oh
running
man,
fine.
you're just pissing me off. So anyway, let's go on. Because there's so, and you're right. It's a barrier to treatment that people use, Trinity. It's
It is.
people that use it as a barrier to treatment or as an excuse. And we can go on and on about how many times people use anything as an excuse not to get help because of the fear and anxiety of getting help. Yep. The fear and anxiety of what life is going to look like sober. The fear and anxiety of, I don't even know if I can do this.
Right.
I don't even know if I can succeed in that. There's so many times I tried. You don't understand, Louis. There's so many times I tried on my own and failed. What makes it different if I go spend all this money? What makes it different if I go away when I just have to come back here and try it again? And I've tried that before. I've been to treatment 2 or 3 times. I've been in recovery 2 or 3 times. I went to a few meetings and it didn't work for me. 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 And so all that anxiety and fear, and you start believing that what is spending this money actually going to do? I mean, if they really want to help me, where is that service? And you're like, well, there are some free services out there.
Quite a few, actually.
I mean, the rooms are free. The rooms are free.
That's still the coolest thing ever to me.
Well, AA and NA being
It's
free?
just free. Like, you
They're
just
free.
room of people that love to help you for free.
Anything with A behind it is free. You can go there. There are millions of people that have gotten clean and sober from just going to rooms.
Oh, yeah.
So if it's all about the money to you, then get your butt up and get to a meeting. If you have to take a bicycle and go to 3 meetings a day, that's what you do.
Yeah, and don't just go to one and talk to a couple people that are gonna get that mentality in your head that you can't do it. Go to find the old timers in the room.
Find the old timers.
Yeah, the people who've been around a long time and just get to know them a little bit.
And the thing is, you just do the deal until it's done.
Yeah.
You just keep doing the deal until it's done. And the reason you can do that is because you know if that dude across from you that you're judging is saying, look, that dude with 2 teeth, I'm nothing like him. Yeah, but that dude with 2 teeth is sober.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if he could do it, don't you think you can? You're saying you can't do what he's doing? Oh, but you don't understand. I got this responsibility. I got this. I'm in this industry. I'm in that industry. I got this stressor. I got that stressor. Dude, we all got life.
True.
That's one thing we all have in common. We all have life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And because we all have life, we can't question or judge other people's stressors or anxieties in their life. You know, you can't tell me that the nail inside my foot is somehow more or less painful than the knife in your back. You think it is, but you know what? If I don't have a knife in my back, the nail's all I got, then that's bad enough for me.
Right.
I don't like the nail in my foot.
Yeah.
I don't need the knife in my back or you to tell me that for some reason the knife in your back is worse, and that's why you can't get clean and sober.
Yeah.
Good point.
Pain is pain, life is life, but there is free stuff out there. Now, again, the point of the show is that where money is, definitely it's all about the money, is that bar you choose to go to instead of going to that meeting.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Yes, sir.
That 12-pack you just bought. To that alcohol industry, it is all about the money.
Yeah, they don't care about you personally.
To that drug dealer that you hang out with and you think, he hooks me up. Dude, that dude hooks me up, man. I only give him $40.
Yeah. Right.
He gives me an 8-ball for $40, Louis. I mean, you have no idea. He hooks me up.
Well, not only that.
And I'm thinking, it's still $40. And,
Yeah.
and Robbie, go further on that point. What did that addiction just cost that guy for $40? Did it really just cost him $40? Go and just keep talking about that point you were bringing up about how it makes everything else expensive.
Well, I was actually just thinking about like the stories that I've heard from people,
Right.
and like talking how much. And I had a buddy who relapsed a couple months ago, and he was telling me that the first week back into it, he was spending $800 a day. So,
Jeez.
yeah, I mean, treatment, like expensive treatments, you talk about like $500 a day, and that's
Right.
crazy. But
Right.
just
That's crazy.
yeah, it really gets up there.
But I'm talking about more, Robbie. What I thought about what you were saying, what I was thinking, is
Yeah.
that because of your addiction, that it's costing you more everywhere.
It's costing your family.
Because
your
well,
peace of mind.
but I'm talking about even financially, because dig it like this. All right, so if I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul, that means Peter somehow, maybe Peter reports me to the credit bureau. And when Peter reports me to the credit bureau, what happens to my credit?
It goes down.
It goes down. Now, Peter reports me to the credit union or credit bureau. It goes down. The next time I make a purchase and I have to do it on some sort of borrow or loan, do I get the same
No, it's going to be
interest rate?
more expensive.
I get it. Everything costs me more. In other words, once you have a financial problem, life just becomes more expensive.
Pretty much all of my friends that are in programs have encountered that at some point or another.
Right.
Well, it's expensive to be broke.
It is more expensive to be broke than have money.
Yeah.
And I think that's the nugget of information that for some reason we never discuss. We never discuss how the system is just created because you're more at risk, because you're more of a risk to loan money to.
Right.
Because it's easier to just for you to walk away and say, I'm not paying it because my credit doesn't mean crap to me. So because of that, everything's more expensive.
Well, and you haven't even discussed the consequences.
Yeah.
Like when
Right.
you start,
The
when
legal-
you get a DUI, that's
Yeah.
going to cost you a lot of money.
$5,000 off
Fines.
top.
At least.
At
Well,
least.
you got fines, you got counseling, you got victim awareness program
Right.
classes, you got
Right.
impact classes.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
not to mention your insurance is not going to charge you
Now
more
your insurance
money.
goes
Like,
up.
It
Yep.
all costs money. And some of that stuff follows you for
Right.
years.
Right. What about your health?
Yeah, and you just think about how bad this gets, and to keep escaping it, you keep doing the same things that brought
Yeah.
you to that place, and
Right.
it just keeps getting worse and worse, and so you can't see an end out, and that's when people try to take their life or just
Right.
crazy stuff.
Yeah, you get in this financial hole, and then instead of getting clean and sober, you go deal with your financial problems by getting drunk.
And then
getting high.
mixing other stuff in. Yeah,
Correct. Not knowing that that's the same stuff that's making you broke.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or knowing and just drinking through it anyways.
Right. Right. And then you get in trouble, like you said, with the law. You get on probation. That costs money. Then you get mad at the system.
And then
It's all
lawyers'
about the money.
fees.
Probation is all about the money. She doesn't care about me. My probation officer doesn't care about me. What's she supposed to?
Yeah.
And then lawyers' fees.
Lawyers' fees.
They don't
And the
work for
lawyer.
free.
Hey, by the way, the lawyers always get paid first. I can't. You know how many people came to me, and by the time they came to me as a counselor, and I would tell them how much it is, they would say, I don't have that. And I'd say, well, I know the attorney they went to. I said, oh, so that attorney's doing it pro bono? Oh, no, that attorney cost me blank and blank money.
Yeah, that's right up front.
And they pay all that up front.
Yeah.
The attorneys are
The
smart.
attorneys know how to make it
I
done.
want my money.
You pay me. Or just sit there.
Yeah. Represent yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck with that.
But if we in treatment do it, it's like, no. Same amount of hours, I'll make this much, and the same amount of hours they make this much, and but I get them after the attorney already got it. So by the time they come to the counselor, they've already paid the attorney, they've paid the jail to get out,
Yeah.
The bail's bondsman or whatever.
Their drug tests.
They
for the
paid,
court.
they paid all those fees. By the time they get to me, they've already been nickel and dime to death because of the problem. By the time they go to counsel, they go, oh my God, it's all about the money. They go, no. The drug industry was all about the money. The alcohol industry is all about the money. I'm here to try to save your life.
Right.
But that's not free because then I wouldn't be here, and then who would be trying to save your life?
Exactly.
You know those meetings that you don't want to go to? You know the meetings that you judge and you say, oh, it's just a cult? This is all that God stuff, it's ridiculous? You didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
So that's why you came to me. And guess where I'm going to send you? Right back in there
Yeah.
to those broke people that you should have been at in the first place.
Pretty much.
Because the drug industry is all about the money, kids.
Yeah.
I mean, all these people, even with the pot industry, you seriously? I'm not an anti-pot guy, but I'm at least a realist. And I say, you know how many millions of dollars you guys put in their pockets? Millions.
Oh, yeah.
And you buy it, man. I mean, it's just like, I remember when the rap industry learned that all you had to do is put a marijuana leaf on something or talk about marijuana, and you'd buy their albums. So they all did it.
There's a whole album, The
They
Chronic.
all,
The
dude,
Chronic,
they all
yeah.
did it. They all did it. They all put marijuana and talked about drug dealing. Man, dude, Master P even talked about making crack on a song and sold millions.
Yep.
You gave drug dealers millions of dollars and made it cool to be in, and all the whole time you thought these people are cool. They understand me. They get me. I'm one of them. No, it's all about the money, man. They knew that you were such a sheep. You were such a moo cow that they just rang that little dinner bell and everybody go, like a herd animal.
Yeah.
The whole time thinking that rancher's your friend.
Yep.
He's
taking you to the slaughter.
He's
buddy.
just taking you to the slaughterhouse. And when you have no more milk, when you're a moo cow and you have no more milk, do you think a dairy farmer keeps the cow that no longer has milk?
Just as a friend.
Because you've been cool all those years? This cow gave me so much milk. I really like this cow. I'm gonna stay feeding this cow. No. When that cow's out of milk, bye-bye cow. That horse, that racehorse, beautiful racehorse.
Put him to pasture.
When that racehorse, if they break anything, if that horse breaks anything, and even if it's the best racehorse on the planet, if it is sterile and breaks something, you think that
Bye-bye.
that winning horse stays alive?
Nope.
Don't let a horse break a leg or become sterile. Those are two dangerous things for a racehorse. My point is, kids, is that in the industry of addiction, on the side of getting us addicted and us drowning in our diseases and us spiraling down, yes, that is 100% all about the money. But in the helping side, and I don't care if it's Johnny Law or Johnny No Name in the meetings or Johnny Treatment Center, there are individuals in those systems, within each of those systems, that actually give a damn about you. In Trinity, we met someone when we were up at Bristol. Tell that actually gave a damn, and we were.
Oh, the chief?
Yeah.
Well,
Talk
yeah.
about that.
I don't remember her name at the moment, but
You don't need to.
she's a chief. Some little itty bitty town there in Bristol, Tennessee. Oh, he's got the card. I can't.
Nice.
How quick was that?
Yeah, man, you're Johnny on the spot.
Johnny on the spot.
That's a shiny little card.
It is.
You should have seen the car.
I like that.
She's Washington County.
Washington County.
In Johnson City, Tennessee.
Johnson City.
Her name is Chief Leda Layton.
Right.
She was awesome though. We talked to her and found out that her county was struggling a little bit and there wasn't enough resources to help them.
Right.
And she wanted to talk to us about figuring out how to get some resources.
Right.
And the reason why is because she cared, and I could see it when she was talking about it.
Right.
And I think she even had somebody in her immediate circle
Yeah.
that was dealing with something as well.
Yeah.
And she even admitted, we can't arrest our way out of this. We got to find another way.
Mhm.
There's just no place to put them, like,
Mhm.
you know, as far as beds and stuff are concerned.
Right.
So she absolutely cared.
Right.
And we reached out to her. So we're going to continue to do something with them.
I mean, the minute we spoke about what we did for a living, her eyes lit
Yeah.
up.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
I mean, this is a law enforcement person.
The chief. That's
The
as high as
chief,
you can go. in that
you know,
city.
you can't get higher than the chief. And she cared, and she cares, and she wants to do something. And she said, I have money.
Mm-hmm.
I have money, and I want to use it. I don't know what to do with this money to help anyone because I don't know what to do for this problem.
Right.
That was a big deal.
Yeah.
That was a big deal because this same chief, that someone's in their jail somewhere thinking it's all about the money.
Yeah.
What you don't know is the chief of that area that you're sitting in that jail is just trying to figure out, how do I help this individual from recidivism? How do I help this individual from not having to come back to this jail? Mm-hmm. And then when the system does say, hey, we're going to mandate treatment, because if we just suggest it, you just don't go.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Then you get mad and say it's about the money. No, it's about your freaking life, man.
Yeah. And how can you say it's about the money when so many of these prison programs now are incorporating things like Vivitrol,
Right.
like
Free.
Yeah. Completely free.
Free, and I've heard that, great point, Robbie. I've heard a long time. I mean, it's no secret that I do national speaking for Vivitrol, for Alchemies.
Yeah, yeah.
I go all around the country and I speak on Alchemies. Yes, I do, and I'm paid to do that. But I'm paid to do that because I started here on the radio talking about Alchemies and Vivitrol.
Yeah.
That finally, they just said, how about you do it correctly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's have you go around and talk about it, but you have to do it like this. Now, here's the point. At that point in time when I first started talking about it, it is very expensive. It's an expensive medication.
Well,
why is medication expensive?
yeah.
Because it's very expensive to get through the process to get all the way to market.
Mm-hmm.
It costs so many millions and millions and millions of dollars just for us to even know the name.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's already a chemical out there under another name either. You have to do everything yourself.
FDA approval takes millions and millions and millions of dollars. So, of course, the pharmaceutical company wants to make its money back.
Yeah.
You would too.
Yeah.
You do it. You do it, Billy, sitting there on the couch. Why don't you go and make me a Tylenol? I'm sick of buying Tylenol. Why don't you, Billy, go into your little bathtub
Oh, God.
or the sink and then try to figure out how to make Tylenol. See how much it costs you.
Jeez.
And Billy, let's see how many people want to get it tested on them. Let's see if you go to your neighbors, Billy, and say, hey, you like me. We're cool.
Try this Tylenol.
We've shared beer together, so obviously you trust me. You let me fix your car. You let me help you with when your roof was leaking. I made this Tylenol right here. Can you and your wife try this? I know she's pregnant, but can she try this?
Oh, God.
Billy, do you really think your wife is going to let you? I mean, the neighbor's going to let you put a homemade Tylenol on his pregnant wife? No.
Hopefully not.
So, Billy,
Yeah, right? Hopefully not.
that's why pharmaceutical companies exist, Billy. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Millions of dollars, man. Because we want it checked out. All this K2 and crap, all this pharmaceutical, all these all this kratom and all this. Everybody's like, oh man, kratom. None of you have researched anything on the kratom and the K2. All you've done is internet research. Your research is called Google.
Yeah. Or
Can you imagine?
My buddy took it and he's
Right.
fine.
Can you imagine if a real pharmaceutical companies, that was their defense and argument in a court?
Oh my God.
Your Honor, we Googled it.
$1 trillion lawsuit.
We Googled it. And according to Google, Your Honor,
Yeah.
this opiate right here is non-addictive.
Well, Wikipedia told me.
No, man. The reason we can go and sue the companies, the pharmaceutical companies that do it wrong and don't play within the boundaries and the rules and cut corners is because they have to have everything written out and itemized. So we're able to go right to them and go, pay us the millions of dollars, punk. Well, you can't go back to Billy because Billy ain't got no pockets.
True that.
Man, let me tell you something, man. I ain't trusting Billy to make me a damn thing.
No, I don't even want him to make me a sandwich.
And when I was the drug dealer, you shouldn't have trusted the stuff I was giving you because I was constantly mixing it up with something. You should have seen what I did to my ant farm.
Your ant farm?
Brother, that's a whole different deal.
You'll
I
have to
gave
tell
so
me
much
about it.
cocaine and marijuana to my ants that they fell asleep for 6 months.
Oh my God.
I thought they died.
How did they fall asleep if you gave them cocaine?
Brother, they were gone. They were dead. They were dead. They were dead. They were dead. They were dead.
Wow.
6 months later, I'm just in my room. I'm back in El Paso. I'm hanging out. All of a sudden, I noticed one of the ants is twitching. Wait a minute. That ant was dead 6 months ago. Then another ant was twitching. I had like at least 2 or 3 of them to survive the whole ordeal. Not all of them survived. But they started doing like a little twitching. Next thing you know, they were alive again. I said, how the hell? They were in like a coma.
You're like a mad scientist.
Dude, that was I should have called someone and said, did you know that an 8-ball freezes an ant for 6 months?
Yeah, go dig up some graves. Find like scratch marks on the top.
Dude, I swear to God, I thought I found the answer.
Wow.
I was freaked out, though. I thought they were like zombies. I got rid of them. They
It's
freaked
called
me out.
Cocaine-induced psychosis.
Yeah, they died by the end of the night. But the point is they came back alive for a little bit.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it is.
That's
weird.
actually a true story. So the point is, though, is that I played Billy. If you partied with me, Louis Delgado, and you came to my house, and there's a lot of you out there that came to my, you know damn well you came to my house and you did crap you have no idea what I put in that stuff, man. I played with all kinds of chemicals in that stuff because I wanted you to look at me and say, damn it, that was the best friggin' cocaine I ever had. I wanted you to say that was the best weed I ever smoked. So I put this in it, that in it, this. I remember I got a whole shipment of rotted pot. It smelled like ammonia.
Oh God.
So I did all kinds of stuff to that stuff to put it back out there and have you say. And then I had so many people come to me and say, good dude, I was so stupid with that stuff. That was so great. You have no idea that I mixed so many chemicals in that stuff.
Got a skunk to spray.
To get
it.
rid of that. I had to get rid of that ammonia thing.
Oh God.
That ammonia smell, because it smelled rotted, man. It was really bad. But the point is that I put it out in market anyway. You think I was going to take that loss? Hell no. You know how many times I had to tell people that with my couriers that would go to other cities and states and they would go, hey, Louis, man, all of the, because sometimes cocaine has some oil in it, and if it got real hot, it got stuck to whatever it was on, like especially with paper, it would get stuck to it. I'd say, put it on the air conditioner in the hotel room, man. You better powder some of that stuff up. You can't lose that much.
Yeah, and you hear about like that kind of thing that's going on nowadays.
Yeah.
And except it's not like cocaine being mixed with this.
It's fentanyl.
It's like 1%.
Right.
The fentanyl is ridiculous.
There was like a recent seizure of like 2,000 pounds of fentanyl.
Right.
And it was 1% actual fentanyl, and then 99 point something percent just filler.
That's sick.
Yeah,
That's
it just
crazy.
showed, and that's
Huh?
like that's enough to kill like
Trinity, how
a
many
lot of
people in that thing?
adults.
70, I think it was.
70 people. What was that?
The
Canada?
OD'd. I don't have to look it up real quick.
Oh man, I thought you were ready. I'm sorry. I thought that's what you were doing.
No.
I mean, you know how many times fentanyl? Seriously? I mean, it's not like we don't even know that fentanyl's killing people. It's not like that information has not been out there. But there's still drug dealers putting fentanyl, and now they're not just putting it in opiates, man. They're putting fentanyl. Who puts fentanyl in pot?
Xanax.
New Haven, Connecticut.
New Haven, Connecticut. Who puts fentanyl in cocaine, in pot, in Xanax, in opiates? I mean, you're not. I mean, that used to be such a myth when I was a kid. I used to think, man, hey, man, we're not gonna spend a lot of money and put heroin in like something because heroin's too expensive. Not just gonna throw it in something. You know what I mean? If we're gonna give you heroin, we're gonna make sure you know it's heroin.
But I mean, the thing is now you can get these research fentanyl chemicals for dirt cheap.
Right.
And
Yeah.
mixing in that and whatever is so addictive that the people are going to come back because
Yep.
they have to because they have
They have
already
serious
have
addiction.
Yeah, like a physical dependence.
Right.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's sick, man. And it's sick. And it's not here to judge you. It's here to let you know that industry is all about the money. 100%, it's about the money.
Yeah.
They don't even care if you die, man. You know, they don't even protect their investment.
That's almost a
they want,
bonus.
yeah, they want
mean?
somebody to
Because
die.
people are talking about it, and oh my
Yeah.
god, that was so fire that it killed
Right.
whatever, and it's like, oh, I gotta go get some of that.
And it just means that you're an idiot. You didn't know how to do it.
Right. Yeah, it didn't have a high tolerance to
Right.
too much.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Every time I knew somebody that died, we just thought, well, what the hell was he doing riding that motorcycle like that? We told him. We always blame something else, like it's him. Somehow he's an idiot.
yeah.
You know, he should have known better than to be that drunk and drive that car. He should have known better than to be that high and ride the motorcycle like that. He didn't have that kind of motorcycle talent like me. I could be high and ride the motorcycle. Him, on the other hand.
I drive better when I'm hot. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Sure you do.
You know what I mean? He didn't know how to inject it. I know exactly. I know my drug dealer. My drug dealer would never do that. I do it differently because I go to the same guy each time and I get the same stuff in each time, as if that
That
dude
guy doesn't know what he's
is
getting.
exactly as
Yeah.
if that dude somehow is in the poppy fields of somewhere else.
No way.
But not only that, man, there's people
Ridiculous.
who don't even know their own spouse. They live with them. Man, like, how many spouses have had, like, affairs or whole other families or
Right.
whatever? They live with that person, but
Right.
you know your dealer because you see him once every now and then?
Dude, too much trust is placed on the deal. I'm telling you, people trusted me like I could have given you anything. I could have given you anything. And you know what? Sometimes, by the way, and I guarantee there's at least one of you watching this. Do you remember snorting the stuff I'd hit off the roof, the ceiling, or the popcorn? You remember me giving you popcorn ceiling crap
God,
just because I wanted to laugh at your ass?
that's so bad.
I'm just being real and honest, man. I'm telling you, it's all about the money at that point. It's all about what's for me. I want to laugh. I want to enjoy. I want to have a good time, and it's all about money. It's all about money.
course.
So please, 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 don't ever, ever, ever catch your brain. If you catch your brain preventing you from getting help because of money, preventing you from reaching out to somebody because of money, preventing you from just forgiving the legal system and instead just thanking them for stopping you, because that means it's not the coroner's office that stopped you. It was the cop that stopped you.
In reality, they're investing in you.
Yes. Yes.
Wait, what was this thing about it wasn't actually like
70?
yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
I think it was like K2 that
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
sprayed with fentanyl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a synthetic THC.
Yeah. So this is the same thing. It's like a JWH
Yeah, 18,
chemical.
22,
0,
and all
18,
those.
Yeah.
The 18, the 22, the
Basically,
24.
they just
Yeah.
add like a random methyl group on
Yeah.
whatever chemicals existing, and it can actually be like 100 times stronger than the chemical was
ridiculous.
intended to be. So, yeah.
Yeah. As if K2 wasn't bad enough already, as it is.
Isn't that the one that was making people eat? Oh, no, it was bath salts.
I thought K2 was like
I thought-
made illegal years ago.
Yeah, but if you change
Well,
that last
they're all
18 number,
illegal.
yeah, if you change that last number, though, it changes it.
Wow.
That's because all you have to do is, you know that, you add a little oxygen here.
Well, yeah, I know what you're talking. I know
Boom,
the
done.
JWH 018 is the one that they were selling
Right.
in like 2008 in all
Right.
the head shops.
Right.
That's what I used.
Right.
And
Right. But unfortunately, that guy, when he put out that paper, if you actually go back to that research paper that everybody started making it from, it has a lot of different numbers. And so they just keep going down the line.
Wow.
It's ridiculous.
I mean,
that's because it makes money.
But was this K2 actually like sprayed with fentanyl or something, or was it just another addition to the number at the
end? I think that's what we're finding out. I think that's what's in research.
There it is.
Right now, it's trying to figure it out.
Fentanyl.
It was laced with some type of opioid.
Yeah, and that's the problem. The point is that
it was mixed.
At that point, you don't know. You don't know. You really just want to get high, right? But I even will back up even from that, because the people that really only want to get high are people that are kind of come into their addiction, and then later on you think you just want to get high, but really you're already on the train, man. You're already committed.
You just want to feel normal.
But the people that know they're addicted, right now I'm talking to a lot of them too, that you're dying. You know it hurts so bad, and you just, for some reason or another, you just don't feel deserving of another opportunity. You don't feel worthy of just picking up that phone. You've told that person so many times you were going to get clean that you just, you know what, I'm going to call that person after I'm clean, because every time I've called that person and asked for help, I just don't end up getting it. So this time I'm going to not do that, and then I'll call them, when I have some clean time. I'll call them from detox, or I'll call them from treatment. But you know what? That may never come. That may never come.
Yeah.
You can't wait for that. You kind of have to just do it now.
Especially if you're a person that's out there messing with fentanyl. I mean, tomorrow is not promised.
Absolutely not.
No, definitely not with that.
Absolutely not.
And then they have the car fentanyl, which is even worse.
Yeah,
right.
10,000 times stronger than morphine.
Yeah, the one when the cops take that one, they all have to wear gloves with that one because it could kill them.
Yeah, that was.
And it is affecting cops.
Yeah, carfentanil was actually weaponized in like an attack in Russia as an aerosol.
Right.
It just made people overdose instantly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's what they're wanting. Like, I want that. No, you don't.
It's literally elephant tranquilizer. Like that's
literally
what the chemical is.
And it doesn't take a lot for the elephant either.
No. I mean, it's just these are all barriers that we all use when we're sick and we're dying. These are all barriers. But at the same time, everybody out there that has a loved one that's a drug or alcohol user, or addicted, we can't get mad at them for feeling these barriers, man, and for believing in these barriers, because these barriers are real. They're real barriers, man. But these barriers appear very thick and very high, and it's hard to get past it. It's hard to get past your fears. It's hard to get past that fear of saying, you know what? What happens if I give it my all and I still don't get better? I mean, what happens if I really, really do everything? I go spend this money. I make her spend another $20-something thousand. I make her take out another loan, and then I still fail her. I mean, I can't live with that, Louis, is what I hear. It's like, you can't live with not doing that. That's on her. If she wants to pay it, that's on her. Your deal is just do it. Do the damn thing. We did that show.
Yeah.
Just do the damn thing.
That was last week.
Yeah, that was our Robbie special.
Yeah, that was a good one.
The thing is you got to just do the deal, man. It's all about the money, but recovery is all about your life. The addiction, the disease part is all about the money. The recovery is all about life. Don't get misdirected. Don't get confused. Don't forget what really is important here. Because if you die, we all hurt. You're not around to watch us hurt. You may think we're better off without you. You may think that, well, then now they can go on with their lives. No, we actually can't. There's a song. Every time we hear it, we think of you. I love Ozzy Osbourne. I listen to a lot of Ozzy Osbourne. Just love it. Love Black Sabbath, love Ozzy Osbourne. But there's certain songs in there that I can't help but feel some emotion to, because it reminds me of individuals who died.
Right.
I bet you with Ozzy, when he hears certain songs, I mean, he thinks of Randy Rhoads.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the way that music has a way of reminding you of that person that you were partying with at one time, and at that concert you were with them, and then all of a sudden they're not here anymore. Movies do the same thing.
Places. All other people, anything.
There's people that avoid certain roads completely.
Yeah.
There's people that avoid certain cities completely because you died. Because you're gone. So please understand. I mean, there's this, all too often, people try to use fear tactics to get us clean and sober, man. I'm not, fear tactics don't get me.
Right.
But what gets me is I really, really, really did not want to hurt anybody in my family. I really, really didn't want to make the people that love me hurt worse than they already were while I was using. And I did not know that, yes, they hurt worse when we die than when we're using. Mm-hmm. The complete absence of closure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's always going to be that, like, what if? What was the person they could have been on the other side of that addiction? But
what could I have done? What is it that I did not say? How much pain you must have been in to leave me like this?
Mm-hmm. That's usually the first thing I think about when I hear about someone that either overdosed. It's just like, what were they feeling at that moment at the end? Like, did they know this was going to happen? Was it accidental?
Right. I think of that all the time too.
Yeah.
Every time I hear of an overdose, I think of at that last second or the last moment, or like, because I've overdosed. Mm-hmm. Have you ever overdosed, Robbie? Mm-mm. I've overdosed, and one of them was I mean, I really remember one really clear, and I was scared.
Wow.
I mean, I was so scared because it was like I had a moment of clarity that was
Did you
just.
have like that white light experience?
No, did not have the white light experience, but I felt every bit of my heartbeat. It was cocaine, so it was
Yeah.
But I was so alert and so cognizant that I literally did get the flash, though. I got the flash of everything in my life, and the fear and anxiety that kicked in, and that when your heart beats faster, you got to slow it down. Mm-hmm. And so all I kept concentrating on was slow down the heartbeat. I got to stop having those. The images were coming in my head that you're dying. I saw my funeral.
Oh my God.
I saw it all, man. I felt like, oh my God, I was in that time warp where I saw all of it.
Damn.
And I'm just sitting here just trying to breathe and breathe and breathe. Don't die, man. Don't die, man. You got to live. You got to calm down. You got to calm down. That was the scariest moment. So every time I hear of somebody dying of an overdose, I can't help but think, did they have that same moment that I had? Only they couldn't slow down. They couldn't speed up the heart if it's opiates, right? They have to speed up their breathing.
Yeah.
They're not able to catch their breath. Mm-hmm. Their heartbeat goes so slow.
Yeah, the heart just stops.
It stops. They must be thinking, come on, heart. Just like I was trying to calm it. They were trying to, can I catch that other breath, man? And it hurts me, and I get, I feel that pain. So it's like that business that is eating you friggin' alive, that is stealing you from us, that is taking you away from us. Getting to watch how you develop, how you come across, what kind of dad you're going to be, what kind of wife you're going to be, what kind of grandparent you're going to be, what kind of lover you're going to be, what kind of artist you're going to be, what kind of anything. That industry is all about the money. They don't give a damn about you. They don't give a damn about you.
Nope.
We do. A lot of us do. I'm sorry that you feel like we don't. I'm sorry you feel like there's people out there that don't. But then move on to the next one, and move on to the next one. And if you didn't like that meeting, go to the next meeting. You didn't like that person, go to the next person. But do it. 833 now matters. 833 now matters. You call that number. Please get the help. The Now Matters More Foundation doesn't pay any employees. I'm the founder, and I don't get paid. Trinity's the president. He doesn't get paid. 833 now matters. We're there to help you. We're there to help guide you. We understand this industry. We know who's in this industry just for the money. We're not going to connect you with that kind of place. And those places don't pay us for that referral. So it's for us, it's not about the money. And we get so many beds discounted and scholarship to us.
More than I ever thought possible.
But do it. Do it right now. All right? That's the message that I think we need to make sure you hear today. How about you, Robbie? Closing comments?
I mean, that's the message we always have, right? Anyone out there who's listening and is really hurting, me and Louie have definitely been there before, and we know the exact feeling of where you're at. And I mean, a lot of times it doesn't seem like there is a way out, but the 833 Now Matters is really one option to get in contact with people who care about you and can actually help you through this thing.
Right.
Right on.
How about you, Trinity? Last comments?
Well, the only thing that comes to my mind is when I hear people say it's hard, it's hard to get clean, it's hard to go through all that, and they come up with excuses or barrier to entry, like they're all about the money and things of that nature. One thing I would say is just stop and ask yourself: is the life you're currently living that easy?
Yeah.
I think it's a lot harder to be an addict.
It is.
I think it's
so
a
hard.
lot harder to deal with, the day-to-day grind, the look of disappointment from your family, friends,
For real.
disappointing everybody, waking up and not being happy with what you're doing.
Right.
I think that's a hell of a lot harder.
Right.
And so don't let those barriers of entry fool you into thinking that your life is that much easier now.
Right.
Like, go get help. Trust me. And when you look at it from a sober perspective, you're going to start to realize, like, wow, dude, I can't believe I did all that.
Right. I wish I wouldn't have waited as long.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah, I think that's what everybody's going to say.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and you know what? To be honest with you, when I look in the mirror at myself and all that, I mean, my hero is me at 19. I got to be honest with you. As much as my dad is my hero as far as being an external person in my life, my biggest and greatest hero, I have to admit, is me. Me at 19. Not me now, me at 19. Because what that kid did at 19 gave me this. That 19-year-old Louis Delgado, Louis MF and Delgado at that time, gave me this. Thank you. Thank you, Louis. Because I wouldn't have had Dana. I wouldn't have had Dahlia. I wouldn't have had Zoe. I wouldn't have had you. I wouldn't have been here. I wouldn't have been able to help. Be your hero, man. Don't wait for another external hero. You got to be that hero. All right? And I think with that, we're done.
Right on.
You want to thank the sponsors real quick, Trinity, so we can get up on out of here?
Yeah, man, of course. So start with Retreat Premier Addiction Treatment Centers. Fantastic facilities. I know that we haven't made up to the Pennsylvania one yet, but I want to see that one.
Correct.
I heard good things about it.
Right.
Then you got Journey Pure, which I have made it up to the river in Tennessee, and they are a fantastic place up there. I love them.
Yep.
And then you got the Orange County Drug Free Coalition, which we have our run coming up. When is it? Or the walk, excuse me, at Lake Eola. I don't remember the date at the moment. September or something. It's one of the Saturdays.
Yep.
Well, stay tuned. We'll get you that info. Matter of fact, Mr. Producer over here will probably have it going across the screen right now. There you go.
That'd be good.
There you go. See, look, I'm helping you out.
Right there.
And then, of course, Now Matters More Foundation. And that's what we do. We help people get treatment. So if you want to help us out to do that, go to nowmattersmore.org. You can read about us and donate from there. Or if you or anybody you know needs help, 1-833-NOW-MATTERS is the best way to reach us.
Right on. Right on. And the hunt is coming up,
Oh, yeah.
so make sure to tune in to the
The
hunt.
hunt is coming.
Give somebody the website so we can get out of here.
OneDayNow.org. And that's one spelled out.
That's right, onedaynow.org. So, fellas and felines, friends and family, adios, amigos. It's time for a taco. Goodbye.
And that was without even a single drop of rum.
That was awesome.
He really grows on you, doesn't he?